Chat, are we here? Welcome back, or something along those lines. My clipboard is over there. I'm gonna grab my clipboard and then we'll start. Spilling paper everywhere. It's fine. Okay. Still pretty tired from my antics of the previous evening, so I'm a little slow today. Bear with me. Pen is working. Alright. Yeah, let's just get started. Oh, I got one last thing to do. Yo, what's up, bow tie? I don't think I've ever seen you in here before. How you doing? Unless you're one of my people that I know that you changed your name, which would be fair enough. Let's just get right into it. We're starting off with Haze. Starting off swell. I kind of want to go here. This looks nice. This looks kind of tropical. That's nice. Dude, I'm such a sucker for these fucking piano outros. Weird chat. And go referred here by Haze. Hell yeah. Dude, Haze is like one of the submission goats, I swear to God. I mean, you all are, but like, Haze always sends in really... He's got his own sound now as well. What's up, Nari? But yeah, I think you see your... Yeah, there's a submission as well, so we'll get around to it. Anyway, I think for you, Haze, I would say like the biggest thing is like this very beginning is like, if you listen to it again, I think it's this extra little thingy here, this like jumbled, weird, choppy vocal. It doesn't really work for me. It kind of like clutters up the intro in a way where it just like, your entrance into the song feels very confused. I mean, I know you said that like nothing makes sense, and I think that's kind of true of the whole thing, where you do have a lot of just like, there's just kind of random stuff. It feels like you're experimenting, which is good. But yeah, I would say maybe tighten it up a bit. Remove some of the extra cluttery stuff if it doesn't feel like it's really working. And then the other thing, and I think probably the thing that will help a bit with this as well, is playing with more stereo automation. Because the thing is wide. Like, it's not a problem of things being wide, but you have a lot of elements that are quite static. Like here you have some more automation. But I don't know, I think you could do more or rather you can do more automation so that you get more out of less elements. Because always with automation, as soon as you start automating things, the elements become more complex and then you need less of them to fill the space. You can also do it the other way around where you make a lot of very simple, if you make a lot of really simple elements and then You can layer a bunch of those together. Both of those are valid in my opinion. They just get different results, right? But I would say in this case I would play with more of that stereo automation. It works really well for this type of genre. Nari, yours is in, by the way. I think it's this one, yeah. I look so... What's the word here? I look tired as fuck. I'm walking away. Alright. What did I have so far for the Futurize remix contest? Sort of a rough draft. I didn't know they were doing a remix contest. I never know anything at this point. I'm so, like, out of it. DMB? It was still dying away. And Richie as well. Okay. This is cool. Okay, I definitely see where we're going with it. I think, first of all, the intro definitely needs some work. Kind of just feels like there's not much going on, and then we jump a lot in energy. With like the energy of the drums increases, but it doesn't feel smooth. Like I would find something that's a bit groovier with softer drums for the breaks, because otherwise you're kind of robbing the impact of your drop drums. I think the other thing that you could do maybe is like add a B part, like a proper B part, and it doesn't need to be like a B part in the sense that you have like an A part that's completely different, but I do think it needs to have some kind of extra section. It could even just be like a chord that comes in for the B, that layers on top of everything else you have going on. Is there a Discord link? Is the Discord link the same formula that's in here? Yeah, it's the same one. Oh, Green Dragon forgot to submit. Bad viewer. Just kidding. But that's kind of it. Otherwise, that idea is pretty good. I think you also need more perks, like more little tiny percussions and stuff, because I'm missing a little bit of that like shuffle in between. This is probably a little biased though, because that's just the type of DMB style that I like to make, where I like to have these like extra little tiny perks and little drums and hi-hats in there that are really keeping things moving. But I think it will work well for this style to really keep up the groove, and also if you're using a lot of if you're adding a lot of variation in the perks in terms of moving them rhythmically slightly forward or back to give it the humanized feel, and also just using a bunch of different samples, it will add a lot. And it means you can keep this basic idea more simple, and it'll still feel very interesting. All right, Nari's walking away. Is this gonna be Future Bounce? I'm curious. I think so. Oh, is this the track from last week? Yeah, it is that one. This melody's fire. That's really nice. Oh, that's nice. The chiptuniness of it. Wow. That's so good. Oh, I really hope you include that in the second drop now. Ooh. Yeah, I really like this one. This is definitely my favorite one of yours. And I think I said this last time as well, but it feels like the most mature, like developed version of like all of the different sounds you've been doing. So I really, really, really like this tune. I will say the mix and like the master of the whole thing is really weak, which is not doing it favors. It just feels like everything is a little bit blurry, where it just feels like there's a lot of dialing in that needs to be done of the sounds, where I'm missing like the definition of everything. It's kind of like a low resolution version of the track, which I'm sorry if that sucks to hear. But like I think the basic element, like the identity of the track is wonderful. It's just like the technical stuff could definitely be done up with, or like done better. Where it feels like there's a lot of high end on stuff where I would rather hear some more mids in some of these leads and chords. I would like the bass as well to feel more appropriately like distorted and EQ'd in a way that feels like you're really getting the meat out of it. Other things that are like a little more creative in nature are like the transition here at the end. I would really like to hear more, I don't know, more intent with it. Because here, I think this is always a little bit of an issue that I hear, especially a lot with house music. But it happens to all people, where like they don't think about the transition and they're just like, oh, we'll just like add an exhaust. And if you go listen to other genres of music where arrangement is much more perceived as like a really important part of the identity or the style. I've been listening to a lot of pop lately, so that's partially why I'm thinking so much about arrangement and transitions. But you can just do more, like set up this next break. Like what can you do to get the person through these 5 seconds in like an interesting way, and set up the next segment of your story basically in a more cool way. Sometimes it just needs to be like a cool, weird element. Color band rep for real. I love the chiptune things, by the way. And I think I kind of like the idea of keeping them specifically for this section. But what I think would be cool is if you did that chiptune thing in this fill here. Like da-na-na-na-na, and then you go da-da-na-na-na-na, with the chiptuney thing. I think that'll feel special, and that'll make that section feel. Came a little late, but thanks for the feedback. Absolutely, anytime. There was one other thing I wanted to say. Oh, the pre-drop vocal is also a little. It's a little out of place. I want to say cringe, but it's just cringe in this context. Because sometimes it does work, but I feel like for this track, it's so feel good and harmonic and melodic in general and it just feels a bit weird. If you added like a vocoder to it or any other type of convolution processing or something to make it feel more melodic, then it might work. Star Surfer, that sounds like such a cool name. That's such a commercial sounding name. What is this though? This is probably what like if there was a Smash Bros arena in the sky, it would probably just look like that. You can see all of these flashing lights. Burbs. Anytime, Nari.
Words can never describe the things you always do to make sure that I move along. I like the way that you never care about what's going on a million miles from anywhere. At the end of the day, it's us two. Girl, do you trust me? Baby, I trust you. 'Cause don't nobody know what we've been through, so it's all on me to be there for you. You're ever gone, you take me there, I'm unaware.
Okay.
All that's going on and on and on and on.
Ooh, okay. Okay, Wales.
In the middle of the morning, instead of looking at the warnings, your energy, I feel the warmth in, ignoring all despair, you're no fair. Oh, you got me on a different high. When you're with me, I can touch the sky. I love your feeling, I can empathize. Recharge each other, we can energize. You're ever gone when you take me there, I'm unaware.
How do these chords sound so tense? That's crazy good. Just that little bit of. Nice. Okay, that feels good. Ooh, nice way to end it. Okay, this is really, really cool. I like the ambition on this. This feels like you're really pushing it. I mean, to be fair, I think that's one of the things I've loved the most about all of your submissions over however long I've been listening to them is like you do really push a lot at your limits. I would say for this, I like most of the sound stuff. It just feels like you've got a little too many things sprinkled around in there, and there's that feeling of like lack of focus. Mostly, I think, in the rhythm, where you're just trying so much at the same time that it feels like there's never. This is mostly a problem with this first drop, where you never feel like you get into a specific groove that you can follow. It's like these first two snares are really what mess me up, because you kind of expect a different more D&B type of thing, and then it doesn't quite go that way. And I think that's why this last drop feels better. The rhythm is a little simpler, and so it's much easier to get into everything else that's going on. So I think if you simplify the flow of everything a bit more in these first two. For example, here you don't really have this problem. It's really mostly the first drop. And the second drop, it's like much easier to follow because you have a more cohesive flow. Super good. That's really all I gotta say. I think maybe you could also have like more space. Also here, the Reese is it's moving a bit on too many notes, I think.
In the middle of the morning, instead of looking at the warnings,
it just feels like it's like moving so much, when I think it'd be nice to just take it slow for a second. Especially considering just how much stuff is going on. I think if you give the listener a little bit of space to just relax a little bit and get ready to go, to listen to something really crazy again. Halftime would sound good here, I think. Oh my god, you might be right. I regret submitting. Don't regret submitting. Trust me. I get what you mean, but it's really not a problem. Everybody's just on different journeys, you know what I mean? Bowtie, loud. Okay, now the question is, if your track is called loud, if it's quiet, we're gonna have a problem.
Windows down, yeah, I love to hear the sound of the bass in my face. Yeah, I like it real loud, real
Ooh. Tolerably loud. It's giving night mode vibes. Ooh. With Discontent, you would like this. You would like that. Ooh, nice. I think what I'm missing here is like a really strong but weird hi-hat. Like something that really just glues the whole thing together. I've been listening to a lot of Born lately. And one of the things that I really like is like his drums are just so brilliant. Like they're not in your face, but they lay down such a quality groove. That even though his main elements are kind of simple, not always, but generally speaking, they're very easy to follow. But the drum groove just has this movement to it, and I think a little bit more of that in here would be really good because your main sounds are great.
Yeah.
And you do have the groove already there. I just want to hear the sound design more so of the drums be a little more defined. And when I say defined, I don't just mean like make it louder. I really do mean like go through and add weird layers in there and give it some real characterization. Forgot to say that. No, it's fine. I respect the experimentation. Born is goated. Dude, I remember, funnily enough, one time, he like did a live stream. He was like, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna quit." And everyone was like, "Dude, why would you quit? You're so close." This is what I think back when he was still so. He was like, "Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm just not really feeling it." I'm like, "You got this." I don't think I like turned him into Born or like stopped him from quitting, but like it was a funny moment where I just remember that distinctly. He's like, he really wasn't sure, and now he's like absolutely popping off. Like, rightly so as well. He has earned it. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts. Hopefully that helps. Why is that? Whoa. Where's my... It's not working. Okay, there we go. This one tab being a flashbang. Struggle, the murdering of one soul. Ooh, I'm expecting more neuro then. Ooh, this looks like it's... it's 15 seconds. Again, man. Dirty Octopus sending a, like, idea longer than 10 seconds challenge impossible. I'm gonna go submit some? I bet. Damn, okay. I really like how it starts. Like, there's... It really does need, like, a fill, though, of some kind. Some kind of setup with, like, a really hard, neuro-y pitch glide. Like, pitch automation. I think the 808 also needs to be like more offensive. Octopus, okay. Like this one needs to just be offensively loud and like in your face. Because I think it'll complement the whole aesthetic of it really well. But it's cool. I think I accidentally did this. Walk us an ID. ID 2. Alright, let's take a listen. Ooh. Oh, okay. I give up. I give up, man. I give up. It's over. What am I even supposed to say about this? How am I supposed to give you feedback on this? This is insane. Like, That's actually so fucking awesome. Like, that's so insane. Is it another song saved for last? The snare's too basic? That's actually a good point. It is a very tight snare. I feel like it's not even that it's too basic. I just think it could use some variation, like some extra layers that change up every third or fourth snare, maybe. Because I think you don't want the drums to be too absorbing too much attention. I don't even know what I would do. How if someone told me like make a walker's track and like held me at gunpoint, was like you gotta do it. I'd just be like, nope. Let's save us both some time here, because goddamn. Okay, I want to read what he said. I think I'm gonna translate it. I could probably piece it together with a little bit of dictionary, but I don't wanna waste too much time. I'm assuming this is about his grandmother though. From translate. That's not the one I was looking. Oh, I'm getting flashbanged all day, every day today. Yeah, I would never have gotten that. Okay, never mind. I'm not even going to read that out loud for all the Japanese people that find it really funny. What symbol means water? It's quite similar in Japanese as well. I mean, it is still the kanji for heat, like fire, but... Mizu! Alright, let's go. Another release one. Tincho just never sends us IDs anymore. We're not good enough. Alright. I'm gonna skip through. I'm not listening to that. Yeah, it probably is. I just haven't added the new ones. Let me do that while this is playing.
You stay with me. I thought this all that I wanted. This ain't made for me. Slowly walking by the river, that's where I'll be. I've been caught up in my head and I can't sleep. Bad habits every day on repeat. Change my ways, come on and save me. I can do this on my own, on my 2 feet. I'm better alone if you knew me. You're trying to break my heart and confuse me. Use me, abuse me, wonder why you lose me. I've got some news for you. I'm moving on from you. I don't got no time for you. Cut you off now, tell them I'm moving on from you. I don't got no time for you. Cut you off now, tell them how you...
This is cool. Good night, Dirty Octopus.
I got caught up in this lifestyle. I'm going out every weekend, turn myself into it. I can do this on my own, not a millionaire. How? I guess I ain't working hard enough, still in the drop. Had to change my life, things different now. I can do this on my own, on my soul. She got me writing all love songs. I put them first, don't get. I'm moving on for you. I'm off now, tell them how you.
Don't use Google. okay. Yeah, the pitch bend is cool. I mean, overall, I think this is cool. It's a cool remix. The only thing I could really pick out here is like one, the lead is quite loud. Not a bad thing, but I would like to hear the chords a little bit more. And it might be one of those situations where you kind of have to make a choice here, where you leave the stereo space more for the chords and you keep the lead as it kind of is, quite in the middle, or you make the lead wider, but a bit quieter, and then blend the chords in a little bit more. Because right now for me the chords are a little quiet. But yeah, also the width, the stereo width could be better. Like, I just want to hear more out of that whole mix. How you get to it is more of a choice thing. That's really the only thing I could pick out here that's like big feedback. Also, the break is a bit... It works for this though, because it's a remix. I think if it was an original, I would nitpick it a bit more, but for a remix, it works pretty well. Turn off the lights. Okay.
You wanna come with me? I can see it in your eyes. It's a feeling that you can't deny. I'll bring you high so deep, so we can feel alive. Leave the world behind.
Turn this up a bit. Turn off the lights, baby. Nice. Okay. I think for me, big thing is one, the idea is really cool. I really like this more chill retro future style that you're playing with. I think it works quite well. It has, I don't know, it's a really nice vibe. I don't know how else you would get to this feeling. So good job, keep it up in that regard. But I think the kick is the first thing I noticed, where I was just like, where? I would look for more of a hip hoppy kick, actually. I would look for like one of the soft cymatics kicks and try those out. Because I don't know, I feel like this kick just doesn't hit. It kind of has like this problem that I also have with a lot of deep house kicks, where they're like quite punchy, but they feel a bit cheap. Like they don't have like the low end and meatiness that I want out of a kick. And I think especially for this chill style, you do want that thumpiness to feel sound, because you're kind of going a little easy on the bass. Like you're not going for some really aggressive bass where the kick needs to punch through and then get out of the way. So you have a little more room for a more chill kick. Bro, I was 2 minutes behind in stream. You're fine, dude. I was wondering, I was like, am I behind? I think we just want everyone X-Walkus though. By the way, like. I also wonder just in general about the clap. Might be fine actually. I think the other thing I'm missing is like more movement in the chords. Like the chords are great, but I'm just missing that feeling of like more mature stereo width. And when I say mature stereo width, I mean this like really organic, alive feeling type of movement that comes normally from like analog gear, and also just like a lot of attention to the detail and how the sound is designed. And sometimes for me, what I always do is if I want more stereo width, I usually leave the main sound alone. Like sometimes it is just in the main sound where you got to do the thing, but a lot of times you can actually create that detail with extra layers, where I would find an extra layer with lots of movement that sounds quite different from the chords you already have. They have to work well together, but find like a lead or a chord that just like works but is very weird and has a lot of movement and change. And if you put those together, you get the pleasantness of the static, more staticky chord that you have. And I say static, it's a great patch, but then you also get the benefit of having this extra crazy movement and stuff that will hopefully glue together into one sound with a bit of attention in the process. Imagine if ISO and Bowtie did a collab. Walker's mega collab. I mean, honestly, be pretty sick. Beach 2. Did we ever listen to Beach 1?
I'm losing track of time. All these stars keep multiplying. Let's keep it high until the morning. We'll watch the sun rise up and hold each other's hands and start again.
I like the vibe of this a lot.
All these stars keep multiplying.
Ooh. Oh my god. I got jump scared. I love this break vibe. It's so nice. I think the plucks here though, I would pan them. Pan them and add delay. Like imagine like even if it's just a soft ping pong delay where it's not actually very loud, but it has like a decent amount of feedback, like 50-60% or something, so that it kind of has that really what I think is it would make sense to have these fit more in the background so you make space for your vocal. But you still actually enhance the feeling that you're getting out of it. But instead of washing the pluck out with reverb, you send it into the back with delay. If that vocal background thingy was a main element was so high end, it would go crazy. That, yeah, I see what you mean. It could. I kind of like it in the background. It just gives the atmosphere. I would actually add more reverb to that thing though, because it I don't know. Something for me is like it doesn't quite fit spatially in the mix. It's competing. It's a bit too far forward for the type of sound it is. Yo, what's up, Reggie? You came at the right time. I also think this snare build is a bit too much for me. Conceptually, it could work. Could be like a good fit. But I think right now it's just too loud and too in your face. I also think the pre-fill could be more melodic. The fill is cool. But I'm wondering if you could have like maybe like a little reverse sub or some type of reverse thing that brings you... A reverse reverb would actually work really well here. because you start off on the chord. Yeah, if you have a could be quite nice. Overall, the vibe's very good. I really like this. Old ID needs someone to collab to rework. I wonder why did you pick this picture? I mean, it's a pretty fire picture. TS Fire. Thank you, Discontent. By the way, you guys should go listen to his new release on Spotify that he released with us. It's really, really cool. Messi X Doggo. Can you imagine? I do like the fantasy of Messi becoming a music producer and like sending stuff into the stream, and it's like, what type of music would Messi make? I want to know. I want to know after we listen to this song what you guys think Messi would make if he produced EDM. What subgenre? Whoa. What? What? Okay. Boss fight. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's cool. That's really cool. I see why you would want someone to collab with, though, to work on this. This just... It's a cool idea. And I have this a lot with my old stuff, where it's like, the ideas in there are cool, but they're stuck in a project or in a thing that doesn't really have, like, a future as is. I would say if you want to finish this, I would complete the arrangement first. Like, finish the full arrangement of the full song and then start figuring out like how you're gonna get from, at least connect these different points. And I think at that point you might start getting an idea of like, okay, cool, well, like, now that we have the full arrangement, how does the energy need to look to make sense for this drop at least? Might work, might not. I think as well, like, the build-up is cool, but it's such a big gap. Like, it's such a big gap you're trying to cross in energy. So I think you might actually need a longer setup, or just a bit more energy in the build here. The break. Because the Reese doesn't do enough for me. I feel like we need some more rhythm, or some more, like, the Reese needs to be really crazy and sound designy in a way that you feel the energy, and you're kind of not super surprised when we go into something really more up tempo. Yeah. The snare is also quite loud, but like, you get it. Dexter and Tincho on my mind. Alright. Ooh. Nice start.
You like to get messy when you out with your friends. I'm not scared to say that I'm insecure, but you're too scared to say that you want more. Say what's on your mind.
Ooh, okay. Nice melodies. Yeah, the chord progression is the secret. Reminds me of old reels.
You like to get messy when you out with your friend. I'm not scared to say that I'm insecure, but you're too scared to say that you want him more. Say what's on your
Nice. Absolutely nice. Ah, wow. That's such a sick. Yeah! This is actually really cool. I have not heard a future bounce like this in a long time, and even then it's like quite unique. Congrats. Genuinely congratulations on making something really, really cool. He said, let's play a game of guessing what you're going to give feedback on. Sure. What do you guys think I'm going to give feedback on? I've got three main things I'm going to say is like... are like on my mind. That's what the track is called. Fuck. Yokon the best? Nah. You guys are just trying to hype me up. I guess about the sidechain. Honestly, I like the sidechain overall. I'm like a big proponent of just like... But I do kind of see what you mean. It does feel a little disjointed. I think you could go harder on the sidechain almost. Yokon, my hero. Academy? The Hero Academy? That one? Wow, Los Angeles. If you guys have seen that video, you'll know what I mean. Saved my life on multiple occasions. When the feedback is so good. Dude, can you imagine? Stop clip farming? Who's clipping my stream? Who's clipping my stream? Genuinely tell me. Who's gonna clip that? Aguante Messi. Bro, I submitted in the wrong link? Huh? What do you mean? Oh, you did submit in the wrong link. How? Alright, just send it over. Damn, I forgot what I was gonna feedback on now. Oh yeah. Thank God I write this shit down, or else I would be lost. So for me, I'm gonna start off with like the last thing actually, which is the fake out. To me, this kind of just kills the whole vibe. Like, you've done this, you've got such a nice build up, and then you just like stop the energy. I much prefer this. That's smooth with the way that fill works. This to me is like, you're not really adding anything. To me, a fake out works best when you set it up in a way where it's really increasing the tension, and the place where you come out of the fake out on has to have a really high level of impact for it to feel really good. And it feels like, I don't know, coming out on this chord, it doesn't feel really satisfying. The Discord one, I submitted there. I sent it again. Okay. Let me add it. Yeah, fake outs. I am generally critical of fake outs. I do realize this. That's just partially just I am critical of fake outs. I think they tend to be a bit of a struggle fest, but it doesn't work a lot of the time. Anyway, the other thing is like the arrangement here. I like this. The problem for me is like you start the vocal already, and it kind of, you just have like the pluck and the vocal on top of each other, so you can't really hear, you can't really focus on the vocal.
I'm not scared to say that I'm insecure.
What I would do is you kind of have to make a choice. Do you want the vocal to be in front, or do you want the pluck to be in front? If you want the vocal to be in front, you need to take these plucks, maybe reverb them out, filter them the high end down a bit, because it's quite sharp in the sense that it like really attracts your attention. And then maybe add like, have it very delayed, so, and like ping pong delayed, so it's kind of just bouncing around on the outside. And you leave the middle spectrum open for the vocal. Or what you could also do is you can do this really easily with tools like Nectar, or you could do this manually by just making 7 copies of the vocal that are all slightly pitched differently from each other. If you have doubles, this would be a good place to use them, and just have the vocal be this like pad basically. Obviously like harmonies would be cool here, but if you don't have harmonies, then that's fine. Because we've already heard this part of the vocal before. So if you just have like a stack of vocals that are all panned out of the middle, then you get this much cooler effect, in my opinion, where you just have like the feeling of doubles. Ways you can make this better, by the way, if you're going to split this up, is like, it's going to take some work, but it will be really worthwhile. Is you have to make these different copies, time stretch them a little bit apart from each other, and cut them up so that they all are slightly on different timings, and change the pitches of them by like 3, 4, 5 cents from each other. So I have like one be like +2, the other one is like minus 9 or something, and then the other one is like thing. And then have them panned. So maybe do 6 copies in total that are like that. Chop them up, move them around, so they're all slightly on different timings, and then yeah, one of them, you can have 2 that are like 20% left and right, and then 50%, 100% if you want, whatever sounds good. And that'll give you a really, really quality thing with the same vocal. We'll try our best. Hell yeah. Harsh bandpass with vinyl noise or for fake out? I just don't think it needs a fake out. Like, honestly, I just don't. I think the build does such a great job of building tension, you don't need a fake out to make it more cool. Already this is like... Here also the guitar needs to be panned, I think. The spacing is not too bad, but yeah, here you also have the problem with the vocal just being kind of... Feels like it's getting sat on top of. You know what I mean? You know when somebody's being sat on and you're like being squashed? Oh my god. Dexter X Green Dragon Retro Collab? That'd be sick. Super dope tune. Okay, Richie sent another one. We'll put this at the end. I don't know what it is. Fair enough. Almost a year without making any music, kind of getting back to it. Hell yeah, brother. Okay. Ooh. Damn. This section is sick. All of them are, but like. The abruptness of how it ends. I really like a lot of this. Like, it's always cool when people come back to music after a long time of not doing it and they just pop off. I think your intro is really cool. Maybe a bit long. I think this section is where it starts to feel like, okay, now we've kind of been sitting for a while. By the time we get the thing, already a minute has passed. So I'd see if maybe you can shorten this build a little bit, because I don't think you need as much setup as you think you do. We're already quite hyped. It's messy. Yeah, it's messy. I think the biggest thing here is like, once we get to this drop, there are so many ideas, and all of them are actually quite good. Here is where like I'm confused. So we kind of like kick build, but then we're not kick building. This is probably my favorite little thing. It's just like da da da, that. This is where I'm confused. So you like have 3 different drops almost in one drop, which like and all of them are cool. So what I would suggest is maybe extending actually this drop by a significant amount. Like I want to hear this full like 8, 16, whatever bars of this. And then at the end of that section, kick build into this idea. But I want to hear this full version of like this, dun, 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 like that thing is so cool. It has so much aura. And then what I would suggest is this section is also really sick. But I would make it a separate drop. So I would put like a little bit of a like 16 bar space in there where you kind of, as like an arrangement point of view, you're like, okay, cool. Hey guys, we're moving away from this future bassy idea and we're gonna go to this other type of like cyberpunk world. Psy-trancey feeling stuff. It's messy. God damn it. Stop fighting, you're tearing this family apart. What is going on today, chat? That's why I said I don't know what it is. Dude, I get it, but like, it's like, must make a fake out? No. Actually, you're not wrong. Here, a fake out, in the sense of like an 8 bar fake out, would work really well. This would be the perfect place for like an 8 bar fake out where you're like, you know, it's kind of like you're faking out as though you're going to go to the back to this. But then you switch to this. Right? And then if you want to go back into this, I think that's totally cool. And then finish off with like the color bassy. I think though what could be cool is if you keep up this feeling. this bum 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 ba da 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 bum 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 wa da dum bum 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 ba no no wa da da dum, so that there's some consistency to the flow. Because here we kind of lose the flow. To me, I think the flow we were setting up with this is cooler. And I think this is something that comes up a lot, actually, for me and also for everyone making color basey type of stuff, is you need to get the flow right. If you don't get the flow for any type of dubstep or color bass right, it doesn't hit. Last Drop has like tarot guns in it. Yeah, I'm not sure I mess with the tarot guns personally. You can try it, but I think for me, this is way cool. And then you just hit with the dubstep drums. What I don't like about modern color bass is the attack, not the popular. What the fuck? Popular color bass artists, but unknown ones. The attack is not there. First time I ever tried dubs. You did a good job for the first time, man. Dubstep is definitely one of those genres that, like, you need to practice it more than others. There's a lot less transferable skills than other genres have with each other. But it's really, really cool. I encourage you to, like, work on this. I know that my notes are kind of spread out over a while, but hopefully they're helpful. I will come back to these. The end. Astora. I don't know what to do to make the intro interesting. Okay. Okay, dude. Oh. Dude, Green Dragon, I think it's just because, like, we haven't released anything in, like, 9 months or whatever, so everyone's forgotten that we exist. It's also very different from what most of our previous audience is interested in. So I kind of had to accept that, like, it's going to be a little bit different, right? The next release we have planned is a little more aligned with the previous vibes of the label. But yeah, super cool idea. I really just want to hear more bass, more. I need more of that thickness, especially considering how noisy the sound is. This, like, main lead. It feels like it's not grounded by, like, the bass, and I need more subwoofer. If you want to make the intro interesting, what it really needs is a extra pad doing 1 or 2 notes. And when I say pad, I mean like some type of really, really organic feeling patch that's got loads and loads and loads of automation. And it can even be slightly atonal if you want. And it just runs underneath this. So you get to have this extra atmosphere. And it needs to be really wide, whatever you add. And then if you get this like nice ethereal organic pad with this running over it, it's going to sound magical. Right? And the reason why it needs to have like this organic feeling is because you just need the movement so that your ear is like being entertained per se. You amuse the ears with a bunch of detail and texture while already giving it this like really nice satisfying melodic feel, and then you just drop into it. Will make a perfect transition. You just cut it right there. Easiest way to get plays is to run on stage in a Portal Live and yell, "Go subscribe to Sanctuary Records." I'll wear Sanctuary Records merch. That's crazy. You guys are marketing geniuses. To be fair, you would get a lot of attention for that. Fan runs on stage. Then it's always, everyone's like, what the fuck is this guy doing? I just love this. Such an unbelievably baller way to transition. It's so cool. You're just too good, man. There's really nothing else I gotta say. Alright, let me double check the submission. Submission. I swear we had one from Arnosh as well. We did. We do. No. Move to other tab. Okay. Stricky's contest V1. It's this fucking cat again. I can't take the cat seriously anytime. It's so difficult. Arnosh coming in with that film score composition. Damn. I love how adventurous all your tracks sound. Wow. Thought it was like a snare build? Yeah, I kind of did too. This is so sweet. Like, this is, I love your style. You have such a nice way of composing that every track genuinely feels so developed. It feels like world building. It really takes me back to like a lot of the more, not tropical, but like, I don't know, I always think of like Electronomia or like these really, really nice tunes. It's not even that, because even those have like more simple chord progressions. This is like such a sophisticated harmony. I think really the work here that needs to be done is mostly in the sound design. And the sound design is not bad, by the way. It's not bad. It just feels at times like transparently digital. And you're going to have the biggest issue running into this because you use so many organic elements, that the digital stuff feels much more digital. And sometimes digital is not bad. Sometimes what you want. But in this case, it sticks out a lot. So I would say definitely work on, like, for example, these saw chords. Really, it maybe takes some time to really learn how to get your saw chords sounding really organic. Most of it has to do with just using, if you're using like a matrix-based plugin like Serum, going through and learning how to use your matrix and doing these tiny little automations that will get you much closer to the analog feeling realm, or just make the saw in an analog emulated synth or on an actual piece of analog gear, and you'll circumvent a lot of that issue. I think also I guess for me here, the build is like good. It just feels like there's no impact. And sometimes I'm not saying impact like it needs to have a giant literal impact. I mean more so that it feels like it doesn't have any change in energy. Like there's no, just kind of happens, which sometimes is fine, but I think I'd like a little more feeling of like we've made a change, right? We've transitioned into a new section. I feel like that would be nice. Imagine being the biggest creature on the planet. You don't have to imagine. What is going on? I should learn jazz stuff like Skybreak did. Yeah, honestly, I'm feeling like I need to as well. All right. Last two, I think. We got ID. Gypsy V2 ID flip. Alright, we'll listen to these last three then. And then I gotta go. This is a cool idea. I like the fusion of all these different type of bassier and more different jazzy type of elements. It's annoying when I'm sound designing and then my wavetable causes off-keyness. Yeah, it's a pain. Alright, for me, the big two things I noticed, the big one I noticed is the stereo. Everything is in the middle, and then you have like a couple of stabs that are decently stereo. So I would say one is pick elements that you want to be in the middle, and then pick what you want to be more stereo. Because right now you have like your chop, which is in the side, and then everything else is like straight down the middle. And the things don't need to be like crazy. They don't need to be like going all the way like 100% wide. But if you distinguish things by width, one, they just feel bigger when you're listening to them in stereo, and also the mix gets easier to control in stereo because you just have more space to distinguish elements from each other, even if they're overlapping or masking each other a bit in frequency. They can be in different spaces. And I say spaces not in the sense of reverb spaces, but just on different like degrees of space, which helps differentiate them. With an imager, yeah. I've been listening with one ear, so my hearing is permanently screwed up now. And nah, you'll be alright. But I get what you mean. Thanks for the feedback. Absolutely, Arnosh. You are welcome. The other thing I noticed, Richie, is like the B lead. I like it, but it feels a little... It's something about it is like not quite there yet. The idea is definitely good though. I would mess around maybe with the sound a bit and see if you can get it feeling like it's synergizing, so that it's synergizing. It may just be the note as well that you need to change around. It just feels slightly awkward. It's something about it, it feels like it's going in the right direction and it works really well, but it's not quite there yet. I would also maybe look at panning your perks. That's what I wanted to say before about like the stereo stuff, is like also the percussion. You have a couple like in the fills here that are panned, but even in the thing, it's off key. Yeah, okay, that's maybe why. Yeah, it might just be off key. I'm a little tone deaf, unfortunately, so sometimes I'm really not sure. I'm like, is this off key or am I just stupid? Just could have a different note. Yeah, it's kind of what I'm thinking as well. If it's on a different note, it's not a problem. Yo phone Lang Jang epic remix.
Switch.
Go ahead, man. I mean, why are we even here, guys? Like, we should quit. After this masterpiece, like, Da Vinci literally woke up to dap Hayes up for this. What ein Sound mentioned. Absolute masterpiece. Doesn't even need feedback. Gypsy V2 ID flip. Last one of the day. Ooh, this has like electro swing vibes. Ooh. ISO. Nice. That's perfect. Ooh, he's flexing on us. Dexter has mastered the how shall I say, beat making, because it's not just composition, it's more so just like the whole rhythms of everything is amazing. Jardin, Ratatouille, don't spell check me. Aight, bro. Made in Google Online Beat Maker. True. Yeah, Jardin, you can send something. Go for it. I still gotta think of my feedback for this. Mostly just the mix. I would love to hear the mix get tighter. I think the kick. So the way the kick is hitting, where it's got this like thing to it, I don't know. It doesn't. I feel like you could go for something that's a bit more softer and is gonna lean into that shufflier, groovier vibe of this thing. Something about how like hard it is. I want it to like roll more, if that makes sense. I want it to have the smoother attack that doesn't feel like it's pinned down onto an exact like millisecond. Also, this just I just keep hearing ISO in my head. ISO. I would also take this and just make it wide. And then you kind of go back to your regular mix. How about we make sample flips here and present it to Mofolk? I'm down. Imagine we do like a Kyokan raid. He's gonna be like, who the fuck are you guys? Dude, can you imagine? That would be really funny. He's gonna do like a demo stream and it's just gonna be like Kyokan sample flip. That would be really funny. If you've never done a sample flip, I'm down to do a sample flip. Just do a sample flip now. Just do 1 hour. I mean, yeah, that's normally what we do. What sample would we do? I think I have a library somewhere of like an Instagram of like some things that we could sample flip. Something random. That's the wrong one. Swap to this one. Yeehaw. Fax machine. That's like a really good sound though. Like that's probably a very cool sound. Let me see if I have anything. It might be only garbage. I don't know. Samples. Is there gonna be anything good in here? A cat? I mean, dislike. What else do we got? More? Is this the same cat? I don't know. No. What is this? This is a rocket. Oh, this would be a really cool sample. There's so much in there that you could do. Broski, blood fumbled thrice. I mean, hey, listen, what do you want? The whole point is it's not supposed to be a good sound. If it's a good sound and it's an easy sound. I'm literally playing you guys random shit from my Instagram that I've saved to like do sample flips with, or just do samples with. I want to actually look up the fax machine because I like the sound of that. Thrice. Said something? Oh yeah, I forgot this is a feedback stream. I'm getting lost in the sauce. Do, 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 do. Okay, bring it on, V18.
Said we don't stop when the lights turn on.
This is like cool. We can't see the UI, so we don't know when the drop is coming.
I still see you in the dark. We don't go home when the bar shuts down. No, baby, keep me spinning around. We go up for the night till we can't get any higher. Out for the night till dawn. We go up for the night, baby, can you feel this fire? Out for the night, so bring it on. Bring it on.
Oh my god.
Bring it
Jesus.
on. Na, 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 na. Bring it on, yeah, keep it going strong. Bring it on. Na, 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 na. 'Cause I'm out for the night.
Bam, 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 bam. Oh.
Till we go out till the feeling's gone. 'Cause I can't do this all alone. We can ball out, yeah, the night is young. Don't let me do this on my own. We go up for the night till we can't get any higher. Out for the night till dawn. We go up for the night, baby, can you feel this fire? Out for the night, so bring it on. Bring it on. Na, 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 na. Bring it on, yeah, keep me going strong. Bring it on. Na, 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 na. 'Cause I'm out for the night.
The headset dent? This is so random. You want to see my headset dent? I don't even know what it looks like. It ain't even that bad. I got that professional headset dent. Seamless. We did? I wasn't there then. I think the kick is honestly a touch. It's just a touch much, but like, I don't know. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Digital. It's not the thing that I noticed here. It's kind of just a smudge. A smidgen too loud. Considering, yeah, I think it's just a little too loud. And that's one of those things where I would just lower it so that it's not getting so compressed as well going into your limiter. It kind of keeps the shape. But for me, the thing is that I noticed is like if you're at the stage, which is what it sounds like, where you're mostly done. 90% of this is done. You're just ironing out these kinks, these little details. The intro, I think, needs a little... It needs like 2 or 3 extra really subtle sounds.
Said we don't stop when the lights
Because this Atmos
turn on. 'Cause I
is already pretty good. I'm just missing like slight things that come in, like almost like one shots that come in just to add extra texture and extra movement in ways that are just like, oh, there's like a little sound here that's like panned that most people aren't going to know, but they're going to feel it. It's going to feel more interesting and it's going to have way more replayability. The other thing is the transition here. I like the way this like hits like in this satisfying Foley type of way. This thing, but I think then what comes after that needs a little bit of something extra. I need some spice. I don't know. It's just, if it were like a quarter as long, it'd be fine. But it just needs. To me, I feel like this needs something. I'm missing that extra. It just sounds like empty space. And you have a lot of space here to work with to create like a really cool transition that makes the next section feel like it's got some momentum going into it.
Till we go out till the feeling's gone. 'Cause I can't do this all alone.
Limiter.
All out, the night is young.
The other thing is this. I would actually like to hear this with like almost no release on the vocal and like no reverb. Like it just gets cut off. No. And then it just starts again. I feel like that'd be more satisfying.
We go up for the night.
No. And even that like little subtle detail there of like when I'm singing it out, there's those da 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 da. Whereas here there's like more release.
Baby, can you feel this fire? Up for the night. So
There's that and then it like trails off, right? I would experiment with having that cut off much more harshly. It's like na, because it'll have this more rhythmic feel to it that I think will enhance the whole vocoder vibe. And then you need a reverse here.
bring it on.
And like not a like an exhaust reverse, like a white noise reverse, but like a melodic My brain is so cooked. You need a reverse that's actually related to the section that it's reversing into.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
And I think what would make sense is take the first hit of that lead, bounce it, reverse it, and then do a reverb on it, and then reverse that again. So like print it and then reverse it, so that you get that. And you can even have the, I would say just have that first lead hit reversed.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
Or also the bass. It does sound a bit weird though, where the impact is like before the lead. I would maybe just have it so that everything hits on the lead, so it's a even if it's like not on bar. I think that would make more sense. And a section of a drop melody in between. I don't think he needs it, to be honest. See ya, Hayes? In between the vocal thing you're talking about? Yeah, I just don't think it needs it. I would much prefer the focus of this. The thing that could work in here, if you're going to go for the silence, is if you do the melody on a different instrument, like a little music box. That could work really well. With like a lot of like short delay, like 16th delay, really ping-ponging. Da da da. Or whatever is the lead part in the middle. I think the hi-hats as well here need like a shuffle. It needs that type of movement, whatever is supposed to mean. I think you know what I mean, that like shufflier thing, just to keep that momentum up. If you decide that it doesn't work for the track, then that makes sense. But yeah, all right, that's the last one. All right, let me. Oh, such a sick tune! So many good tracks today. Like it's genuinely so rewarding for me to just see how cracked you guys have gotten. I promise to release this. I believe you. I think you put in so much work that if you don't release it, you're gonna lose your mind. That's how I feel though about this. It's this track. I'll just like play a snippet of it. You guys know which one it is. Sorry if that's a jump scare, but like that track, I'm still working on it, but I'm at the point now where it's like pretty much it's done, but I literally have how many comments now? I have 11 comments of notes of like all of these things, by the way, are like details. I'll like read some of these out where it's like make this park loop a little choppier. Reference this thing for this, like reference a bad computer track for the specific section. Add a sub drop impact for the tension here. You know, add like a little more upness to the automation in this part. Add a short delay with lots of feedback to the last pluck. You know, like the last hit of that pluck so that it like transitions out. Like all of these things that realistically are like, there's like a hair in my eyeball. Not really gonna matter in the sense that like most people are not gonna notice that stuff, but I notice it, and I'm like, when I compare it to the tracks that I'm like, I have like a lot of admiration for, I'm like, there's just missing something. So Jarn, really just keep going, keep hammering away at it. It will be worth it. Thanks for the feedback. You're welcome. We'll see ya. Thanks for sticking around. And have a wonderful week, everybody. Maybe we'll do sample flip. Maybe we'll do sample flip next week. Before, or maybe instead of the stream, or maybe after. We'll see. Alrighty. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Goodbye. Have a wonderful time. Have a wonderful evening.